Today, we are going to discuss one of the most important topics in finance, the time value of money. This is one of the most fundamental concepts in all of finance, and understanding it will change the way you think about every financial decision you make. So, what exactly is the time value of money? Put simply, it's the idea that a dollar today is worth more than a dollar in the future. Why? Because the money you have right now can be invested and earn a return. This means that receiving money today gives you the opportunity to grow it over time, making it inherently more valuable than the same amount received later. As we will see in this video, your understanding and application of the concept of time value of money can have significant impacts on your future wealth. Before we dive deeper, let's outline what you'll learn. By the end of this presentation, you'll be able to explain the core principles behind the time value of money, and you'll understand how to apply key formulas to calculate both future and present values. Now, let's talk about why time matters so much when it comes to money. There are two major forces at work here. First, inflation. Over time, the purchasing power of money decreases. Given a choice between receiving a dollar today and receiving a dollar a year from now, most people would prefer the dollar today. We recognize intuitively that a dollar 1 year from now is not worth as much as a dollar today. The second force to consider is the return on an investment. Money that is invested has the potential to grow through interest, dividends, or capital gains. The longer your money is invested, the more it can earn. This brings us to one of the most powerful concepts in finance, compounding interest. When you borrow money, the lender allows you to use those funds, but these funds will have a cost associated with them. In order to have access to this capital, the lender will charge you interest. Similarly, when you save money and invest it in a savings account or other interest-earning account, you are now the lender and you can earn interest from these deposits. The interest rate is expressed as a percentage of the principal. The principal is the amount of the loan or investment. Simple interest is a flat rate that is charged each year based on the initial principal. Time value of money, however, refers to compounding interest. Compounded interest is added to the account and accumulates on top of the interest that was previously deposited. As we can see from this graph, simple interest grows in a linear fashion, while compounding interest grows at an exponential rate over time because the interest from each period continues to grow. Unlike simple interest, which is calculated only on the original principal, compound interest is calculated on the principal plus all previously earned interest. As you can see in the chart, over time, the gap between simple and compound interest grows dramatically. This is the snowball effect of compounding. Conversely, just as compounding returns help us reach out goals more quickly, compounding interest on debt can increase our liabilities over time and reduce our wealth. Let's explore this further. If we invest $1,000 today, earning 10% per year over the next 40 years, we would have only $5,000 if our investment earned only simple interest. But we see that when the interest deposited early on continues to earn interest on top due to compounding, after 40 years we would have over $45,000. In the simple interest example, only the original principal earns interest, and that interest of $100 earned on the principal is deposited into the account each year, earning us $4,000 in interest over 40 years. While in the example with compounding interest, we see the lion's share of the returns are coming from the interest being deposited into our account and then continuing to earn interest on top of the interest previously deposited. The impact of compounding becomes more significant the longer you allow your money to grow. Even small amounts invested early can turn into substantial sums over time. This is why financial advisors emphasize starting to invest as early as possible. Time is truly your greatest ally when it comes to building wealth. Calculations can be used to determine future and present dollar amounts, discount and growth rates, and the amount of time required for an investment to reach a particular goal. The future value formula allows us to calculate how much a present sum of money will be worth at a specific point in the future. The formula is Future value equals present value multiplied by 1 plus the interest rate raised to the power of the number of periods to account for the exponential growth achieved from compounding. Each variable plays a critical role. The present value is your starting amount, the rate is the return per period, and n is the number of compounding periods. Time value of money problems can be solved using mathematical equations, calculators with financial functions, and spreadsheets. Here I've set up our previous problem in Excel showing the initial investment of $1,000 as an outflow, because this is the amount we are contributing to the investment, while the value we receive in the future is a positive inflow. We enter the rate as a decimal as shown along with the number of periods the investment will compound over. In this example, we are making a single deposit and letting the returns compound over time. You will see many examples and come across many instances in real life where you may be adding additional deposits to your investments. For this, we would use the payment variable to enter an additional made on a fixed schedule. For example, if we plan to make an initial deposit of $1,000 today and add $100 to our investment each year, we would use the payment variable field, or PMT, to enter in these additional deposits. Now let's flip the question. Instead of asking what today's money will be worth in the future, what if we want to know how much we need to invest today to reach a certain goal? The present value formula is the inverse of the future value formula. Present value equals future value divided by 1 plus the interest rate raised to the power of the number of periods. We enter the same variables as before, with our investment earning 10% every year for 40 years. In this case, we've set a goal of having a little over $45,000 in savings after 40 years, and we want to know how much we would need to invest today to reach this goal. Just as interest compounds into the future, using the future amount and rate of return, we can discount this back to find the amount we would need to invest today to reach our stated goal. Discounting is essential for evaluating investments, comparing cash flows, and making informed financial decisions. We can set this up in Excel using the PV function to solve for present value and entering our goal of $45,000 to see how much we'd need to invest today. We can also use this approach to determine how long it will take us to reach a financial goal or to determine what rate we would need. The idea of the time value of money is often considered to be the cornerstone concept of the study of finance. Time value of money can help investors and savers understand the value of money today relative to its earning potential in the future. Let's review what we've covered today. First, the time value of money is a foundational principle for all financial decision-making. Second, compounding interest accelerates wealth growth over time. Third, the future value formula lets you project what your money will be worth. And fourth, discounting allows you to determine today's value of future cash flows. The time value of money is critical to understanding the effect that inflation has on money and why saving your money early can help increase the value of your savings dollars by giving them time to grow and outpace the effects of inflation. Of course, it is important to remember that there will always be possible options that are sacrificed with every option you decide on and every choice you make. Knowing how to apply time value of money skills can help you determine these trade-offs and model the outcomes of various decisions. Understanding these concepts gives you a powerful framework for evaluating any financial opportunity.